What's up, paddlers? Welcome back to Paddles Up. My name is Ray, and today I will be taking you through a DragonBoat warm-up. But make sure you stick around until the end of this video. We have an exciting giveaway opportunity that we are announcing today. All right, everybody, so today I will be taking you through a warm-up using your DragonBoat paddle. I learned this warm-up sequence at the Space Coast DragonBoat Camp by our wonderful coach, Brett Haug. So big shout out to him and the rest of Dragonheart Vermont here. Sorry about that. So all you will need for this warm-up is your paddle. For this warm-up, it is best that the paddle hit about where your armpit level is. This ensures that you're not going to be stretching out your arms too much. What is great about this warm-up is that it is going to be hitting on every axis of movement that you can expect for your paddling. Everything from the lateral drop into the water to your rotation and all the muscles that are required to support those movements. So we're just going to start nice and easy here, taking your paddle in front of you. And all we're going to be doing is keeping your shoulders back and down and just retract your scapula back and forward. So you can see there's nothing really going on with my shoulders here. It's just my scapula that are coming together and away. This is helping us practice for when we're actually paddling. You're going to be wanting to keep those scapula nice and back and retracted the entire time. So do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And when we're done, we're going to go back into that retracted position and then take our paddle up above us. And we're just going to slowly pivot on our waist there. Not going too far yet, not really going beyond the zone of comfort, but aiming to go a little further each time. And stretching that top hand over your body. Making sure you're breathing with the movement. And we don't want any exaggerated movement here just for the sake of reaching further. We're working within the bounds of our body here, so I don't want to be seeing anything like that where we could potentially be causing injury. Just focusing on this one plane of movement. Perfect. So from there, still keeping our scapula retracted, we're going to place our paddle on our shoulders as if we're about to do a back squat and just begin rotating nice and gently. I just hit myself on the rack, so I'm going to go ahead and step up here. And just like before, we're not doing any short, sharp movement here. We're keeping it nice and long and smooth. And as we go, we're just going to add our toes into the mix. If you can't see my toes, I'm coming up on the toes of my outside foot, allowing me to rotate just a little bit further. Perfect. All right. Our next one here is one that you may have seen before for our DragonBoat warm-up videos. We're going to be doing a modified wood chopper. So what we're doing here is we're starting crouched down with our paddle and shoulders rotated to one side, not my hips. And we're going to be going up and bringing that paddle parallel to the ground, rotating through our hip, bringing it up like that. So we're starting nice and slow here, feeling that stretch and power through our legs, coming down and up. And as we go, we're going to be adding just a little more speed. Maybe a nice sharp exhale as you go up. And finally, we add that explosiveness and power. Go. Good, let it ride. And now we do it on the other side. So same thing here, starting nice and low, pushing our hips back, then following through, raising our chest nice and proud, and repeat. You can see that a lot of that explosive power is coming from my legs, pushing up as if we are coming up from a squat or a deadlift, moving those hips forward. So now we're going to add a little speed, just as before. And now power. Let it ride. All right, last one here. I do not recommend doing this on concrete. If you're able to find a nice grassy area near where you're warming up, that would be best, just to protect your beautiful blade here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to plant our blade firmly on the ground and kneel. So so that our front leg is at a 90-degree angle. So the first step here, this is a hip stretch. We're gonna pull this outside hip crease forward, and we're not putting any weight on this paddle, just letting our hip kind of sink into that stretch so that we're ready to use it during the pull phase of our stroke. And now what we're gonna do, remember that shoulder tuck back and down what we did? We're gonna do that again, tuck our scalpel nice down and back, and we're gonna press down into the top of that blade. Pressing as hard as we can, imagining that we're executing that power phase of our stroke. Press, 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 and now relax back into that hip stretch. And you'll repeat this for a few cycles on each side. So go ahead and join me. I'm gonna go back into that press phase now, bearing down using my lat, not my bicep or my shoulder. Making sure you're remembering to breathe and relax. Now pulling that hip crease forward again, keeping your chest nice and tall, stretching out that hip. And one more time, we're gonna press down into that paddle, using our lat for power. And relax. Now we're gonna switch sides and do it all over again. And if you can't quite get down into a full kneel like this, totally fine to just stay hovering like this, or even standing like this. Just wherever you can get that hip stretch in. Always a couple of variations to work on there. So if we are pulling our hip forward from here, then go into our power phase, we are still relying on that lat here and pressing down into our paddle as if we're in the power phase of that stroke. For 3, 2, 1, and stretch that hip out. Good. All right, we're gonna go through this one more time. Pressing down, down, down. Regardless of what side you're paddling on, I wanna make sure you're warming this up on both sides. Gotta be ready for anything. Let it ride, and stretching that hip forward again. All right. The last part of our paddle assisted warm up here, we are actually going to be warming up our hamstrings and the rest of our lower chain. So, keeping our back nice and flat still, activating those scapula. We're gonna step forward just slightly with one leg, hinging forward at the hips, and stretching. Again, not a big stretch here. Just aiming to do a little bit more every time, but making sure you're never rounding out that back. No matter what we do, keeping our shoulders back and locked in. And just switch out your feet as you go. Stretching a little bit lower. Breathing all the while. Two more here. And one. Let it ride. And now you're ready to get on the water with your team. Thank you so much for watching, and please stick around just a little bit longer as I have an exciting announcement right now. As you see, I have a beautiful Hornet paddle here, and I'm excited to announce that we have partnered with Hornet for our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. The only requirements for this giveaway is that you are 1, subscribe to our channel, and 2, comment down below in this video what it is that DragonBoat means to you. We want to hear from you, and the winner will be randomly selected from this group. So again, we are giving away an adjustable Hornet paddle in partnership with Hornet Watersports. And yeah, we're excited. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're hoping to hit it by the end of this year. So go ahead and help us out, share this. There's an adjustable paddle in it for you or your friends. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.